after that, I'm reminded of a quote I once read that said, the only thing worse than learning from experience is not learning from experience. And I think that we learned something on Thursday. I thought that we wanted it to be easier than what it was going to be, and there's no easy way to win a game. You have to go out and compete and play with focus and purpose and do what you need to do. And I thought on Thursday that wasn't the case. And today I thought we obviously learned a valuable lesson, because I thought we got to most of the loose balls. We were active. We were in tune. We were helping one another. It wasn't perfect. We shot it from behind the arc very poorly in the first half, but still had a lead because of effort and the defensive effort, and because we went to the glass and did the things that you have to do to win games when the shots aren't falling. So I'm encouraged by that. And I've said this. This team is disappointed like I am in the record, but I'm not disappointed in them. I've enjoyed coaching them. They play, they practice correctly, they work hard, and I really like the foundation that they're laying. And we have opportunities ahead of us, a couple of tough ones coming up, and then in the tournament. But this was a really good win. It's nice to send Devin Ballwinkle out on a win. He's been a pleasure to coach, and just a real asset to the program. He's going to be successful throughout his life. He's going to represent this program in a positive way, forever. So it's just good to be able to remember his last day in Carver with a win. And we got, again, great effort. Thought Matt Gatens was very active, coming back, tweaked the ankle again, but came back. He's got some great toughness about him. Aaron Fuller, very active. Jared Cole got good minutes from Andrew Brahma. Cully was really good down the stretch, and Eric does a great job. So we got contributions from everybody, and it's what needs to happen.
You talking about not being able to hit the shot, but Matt hit two of them really kind of
put
the game away when you're absolutely.
Well, I thought he got a couple good looks early, and he was shooting it really well today in shoot-around. So I was encouraged. We went to him early. And to his credit, he's the kind of guy, I think he always thinks he's going to make the next one. He should. He's a good shooter, and he gets in the gym and he works at it. He stays after every practice, so it wouldn't be accidental. I'm very comfortable with him shooting it. I'm the same way. I always think he's going to make the next one.
You mentioned Cole and Fuller. Just how for those two guys today, obviously.
Really active today, weren't they? I'm sorry, is that what you were? Yeah. Really active. And we need him to be that way. Aaron, it seems like we've got to figure out how he can be physical without fouling. But because we need to keep him on the floor more. Andrew Brahmer gave us a huge lift too. He was very active. So I thought our big guys, and Brendan Cougar went in and got a big rebound and did a good job. Had a couple of really good looks. You're just not going to make all your shots, but we kind of been spoiled by Brendan and think that he's going to make them all. He's another guy that I think he's going to make the next one all the time.
Indiana's had its issues starting out poorly, I think, the last 6 or 7 games. Was there a sort of focus of an emphasis on getting ahead of them early?
No, we play possession by possession basketball, so what I try to hit singles.
It seemed like the screen rules were really well for you guys tonight.
It was good. I thought our guys drugged this on-ball well instead of they were patient coming off the on-ball, and so we were able to get into the paint. And when guys shoot it, even if we're not making them, I think there's respect for the way we shoot it. The spacing was better, and now you got room to work. Plus, your big guys, when they're active like that, when they're scoring, the hedge man doesn't want to stay; he wants to get back. So, one thing complements another.
How pleased are you with the team that won 3 league games coming in? The way some of the possessions that were saved with hustle plays, extra effort, blocks, diving on the floor. Just seem to have that spark that they haven't had in a while.
Well, I tell you, I appreciate you noticing it, and I agree with you. I think they've had, most games, and there's been a couple, we're like a lot of teams, not good enough to win without the hustle play. But there's nothing wrong with that. The hustle plays are important, and we're no different than most every team. And even if you thought that you could win without the hustle plays, why wouldn't you make them? That's the spirit that you should play with. And, gosh, we just came up with, you're right. Today was kind of special, though. There were a couple times when you thought you wouldn't come up with it, and the guy made one more effort at it. I think Fuller made a couple like that. There was one series where Cully ended up with it, but everybody got their hand on it, seemed like. That's the way, I've been saying that. I think that's what this team does. And I'm proud of it. That's the way you should play.
You've talked about the hard work, you've talked about the hard work and lack of payoff. Today you get the payoff. What does that mean to this team?
Well, I think it's a positive without question, and like I said, I hope it's a lesson learned. We're going to have to try to win all the hustle plays. So, but it's good. I'm thankful, and it puts you in a position where you're moving up a little bit in the league. You know, it's like I tell them all the time. I'm a guy who wants to compete to the end in every game. Never satisfied. It's the same way in the league. We want to compete, put ourselves in the best position we can put ourselves in.
Andrew Braun made a lot of those hustle plays. He had
He
a
did.
block and dove out of bounds, and statistically nobody would know it, but just from what he did on that.
We know it, and I hope he knows it, and you notice it, Scott. So, and those are, that's interesting because I think sometimes stats can be misleading. Guy can give you a big boost, and he did. Came up with a big steal, I think, underneath where he denied the post feed and threw it down the length of the floor, and Eric might have scored it on reverse. So he made some, you don't even get an assist for that probably, but it was a good play.
You said something you had a double figure lead. You hadn't quite put the game away until Matt finally hit those threes that gave you 20 points.
No, I never felt like we put the game away. I'm always a little bit on the edge. I respect the opponent. I think you have to keep playing. Regardless of the score, you should play the game the right way. Whether you think you put it away or not, play the game the right way. And like I said before, it's possession basketball, in my opinion.
Last question.
Everybody's talking about hard work. What part did that play in 23 points off turnovers?
Well, I mean, you have to capitalize on the turnovers. So, I think that, and you have to come up with it. So I think the hard work is where you come up with the turnover, and then you got to capitalize. So, but I think that the hard work comes from not being discouraged. Thursday was a tough day for us, but our guys came back, went to work, and they didn't let the last performance affect the next one. That's a great lesson in life.
Okay, thank you.